It's a scorching Saturday afternoon in downtown Atlanta, the kind of heat that makes the air shimmer above the asphalt. Crowds are spilling out of Centennial Olympic Park. Music thumping, families laughing, vendors shouting over each other. And right in the middle of all that chaos stands 29-year-old Alia Carter, dressed in ripped jeans, a cropped white tee, and gold hoop earrings that catch the sun every time she turns her head. She's holding a toddler on her hip, trying to calm him down while digging in her tote bag for his sippy cup. The little man is screaming, the crowd is loud, and Alia is clearly at the end of her rope. That's when a white police officer, mid-40s, buzz-cut, mirrored, sunglasses, built like a linebacker, steps right into her space. He doesn't ask, he doesn't say, "Excuse me," he just barks, "Ma'am, you need to move. You're blocking the sidewalk." The tone is pure venom, the kind that says he's already decided who she is before she even opened her mouth. Alia takes a breath, shifts her crying son to the other hip and says, "Officer, I'm literally standing here for 2 seconds trying to find my baby's cup. I'm not blocking anything." The crowd starts slowing down, phones coming out. The officer smirks, folds his arms, and loud enough for everyone to hear says, "Yeah, typical. Always an attitude. Maybe if you spent less time shopping with food stamps and more time parenting, we wouldn't have these problems." The words slice through the air like a blade. Gasps ripple through the growing circle of onlookers. Alia freezes, her eyes filling with tears she refuses to let fall. Her son is still wailing, but now the whole park feels silent, waiting to see what happens next. The officer keeps going, chest puffed out, loving the audience. "You know what? I'm tired of this entitlement. License and registration now." Alia looks at him, voice trembling but steady. "For what?" "Standing on a foot off the curb with my child." He laughs, and says, "Don't make me add resisting to the list, sweetheart." The crowd is murmuring now, some filming, some shaking their heads. A teenage boy yells, "Yo, that's messed up." The officer spins around, points at him, "Mind your business or you're next." Alia's hands are shaking as she reaches into her tote bag again. The officer's hand drifts to his holster, just resting there, casual but threatening. Everyone sees it. She pulls out a small leather wallet, flips it open slow, and the gold shield catches the sunlight like a lightning strike. "Special Agent Alia Carter, FBI Violent Crimes Division," she says, voice suddenly ice-cold. "Badge number 47,291. And you just threatened a federal officer in front of 50 witnesses while your body cam is rolling." The officer's face drains of color so fast it's almost comical. His mouth opens, but nothing comes out. Alia steps closer, her son now quiet, staring at the shiny badge. "You assumed I was someone you could humiliate because of how I look on my day off. You assumed wrong." The crowd erupts. Cheers, whistles, someone yells, "Get his ass." Alia doesn't smile. She just keeps those eyes locked on him. "I want your name, badge number, and your sergeant on scene in the next 5 minutes. Or I make one phone call, and your entire chain of command spent their weekend explaining to the deputy director why one of their officers tried to pull a weapon on an off-duty black female agent holding a toddler." The officer stammers, I didn't know." She cuts him off. "Exactly, you didn't know. And that's the problem." 2 minutes later, a sergeant is jogging over, face already red, apologizing before he even reaches them. Alia doesn't yell. She just hands him her credentials, calm, professional, terrifying. The original officer is ordered to turn off his body cam and wait by his cruiser. The crowd is eating it up, chanting FBI, FBI, as Alia kisses her son's forehead, wipes the tears from her own eyes, and finally lets a small smile break through. She looks straight into the nearest phone filming and says, "To every person who's ever been judged by the worst version of someone's imagination, keep your head up. Your uniform doesn't get to define my worth." By the time she walks away, the video is already blowing up online. The officer was suspended pending investigation that same day. Alia never pressed charges. She just wanted the apology on record and the promise of retraining. But the internet crowned her a legend. And somewhere in Atlanta, a little boy is growing up knowing his mama doesn't just fight bad guys on TV, she shuts them down in real life. With nothing but the truth and a gold badge, she doesn't have to flash, but will when it matters most. So tell me, from which part of the country or the world are you watching this video right now? Drop your city or state in the comments, because stories like Alia's are happening everywhere and I read every single one. Hit that subscribe button if you're here for more real-life karma moments that hit harder than any movie. I'll see you in the next one.